One of our classmates asked me if I could help them with some of these problems here, so let's see if we can't figure this thing out. So here's the original problem right here. It is 12x plus 9x squared plus 4. Okay, so the student's already on the right track. They're rewriting the polynomial so that it looks like 9x squared, excuse me, plus 12x plus 4. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go through the grouping process. So if you remember, in grouping, we multiply the first number and the last number. So 9 times 4 gives me 36, okay? And so I'm going to make a list of the numbers I know multiply to 36. So 1 and 36, and 2 and 18, and 3 and 12, and 4 and 9, and 6 and 6. I'm trying to get the pair of numbers that are going to add up to in this case, a positive 12, right? So 6 and 6 are going to be my numbers. So I'll come back over here and I'll rewrite this as 9x squared plus 6x plus another 6x plus 4. Now, y'all, I want you to notice that if I were to combine those two terms, I really would get that 12x, right? So all we've done is just rewritten the problem. But it's, in essence, it's the same question, right? Okay, so now the grouping process says, let's box the first two. And out of both of those, we can factor out the number 3 and a letter x. So 3 goes into 9 3 times. We used to have 2 x's. We took away 1, so there's still an x there. And 3 goes into 6 2 times. We took out the x, so we don't have any more x's. Let's see. Out of a positive 6x and a positive 4, it's supposed to be a 4, I can factor out the number 2, and I'm left with 3x plus 2. Now, if you recall, if that part and that part match up, then we're doing this the right way. So 3x plus 2, because those two collapse into here. And my second factor is also a 3x plus 2. So if you want, y'all, you can write it as 3x plus 2, the whole thing being squared. Okay? So there's another question here. Same type of problem. 25a squared minus 30a plus 9. Okay, so remember, the grouping process says, let me multiply 25 times 9. Okay, that's going to give me a pretty big number, but I bet you we can do it using our calculator. Let me clear this out. It's 25 times 9, 225. Okay, 225. So I'm going to start making my list. 1 and 225, 3 and, that doesn't look like a 3 at all. Let's do it like this. Okay, so 225. So 1 and 225. 3 and, let me take my calculator again. What is that divided by 3? 45? 75. Okay, 75. 5 and whatever 225 divided by 5 is. 45. Okay, 45. Let's see, 9 and 25, that's how we got there, and 15 and 15. Those are the numbers that I know multiply to 225. Excuse me. Okay, so if you notice, I want them to add up to a negative 30. Okay, so look, y'all, if I make both of those negative, I still get a positive 225, and if I add them together, remember, if I owe you 15 and I borrow another 15, I would now owe you 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and factor this guy out. So we're going to go 25a squared, a minus 15 with an a, another minus 15 with an a, and a plus 9. Again, just a quick reminder, if I were to combine those together, that would give me that negative 30, right? So now let's go ahead and box these first two. So out of here, I can factor out a 5 and an a, and I'm still left with a 5a and a minus 3. Okay, now I'm going to look at these two pieces. So if you remember, y'all, anytime that first piece is negative, whatever number I'm thinking about taking out, it's going to be a negative. So between 15 and 9, I can take out a minus 3. So negative 15 divided by a negative 3 is a positive 5. Positive 9 divided by a negative 3 is a negative 3. So we're doing that right. That gives me a 5a minus 3 with my other factor of 5a minus 3. And again, I can leave my answer like this, or I can write it as 5a minus 3, the whole thing being squared. Whichever way is still, they're both fine, okay? They're both going to be good. All right. Okay, so now we got a third problem here. And again, here's the original problem. And the student is definitely on the right track. They factored out the 3. So y'all, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring that 3 down. And now we're going to ask ourselves, how do I factor n squared minus 14n plus 49? There we go, 49. Okay, so y'all, if you notice, the number in front of this n squared is a 1. So 1 times 49 is 49, right? So the numbers that I know multiply to 49 besides 1 and 49 are 7 and 7. I need them to add up to a negative 14, okay? So, y'all, if you remember in the videos, I said there is a shortcut that you can do, and the shortcut only applies when the number in front of the n squared is a 1, which is exactly what we have. So I'm going to use these two numbers here. So that's going to become an n minus 7 and another n minus 7. Whatever variable I'm dealing with, in this case it's n, those are going to go to the front. These two numbers will go in those spots right there. And then now, so since we did factor out this 3 from the beginning, that 3 right there, we're going to put our n minus 7. Again, you can write it twice, or you can write it once with the square. Okay, so these two factors just came down right there. If y'all got any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.